probably actually set this over to art stuffs. Hey yo, howdy y'all. Yeah, so almost didn't even do a stream today. It's just been like a super like just low energy time lately. I guess kind of the best way of phrasing it. So, yeah, I'm just doing a stream today. Like, I didn't get, technically, I think the candy stuff is all set up and ready to go, but I don't know what any of the rewards would be. I haven't had the time to really put the effort into setting up what the rewards would be. That's 56 months anyways. What the fuck? That's a lot of months. Yeah, so I just kind of disabled the candy stuffs. Same goes for the wheel. Like, technically the wheel's all set up and ready, but like I'm not in the energy space to be able to manage that type of stuff, so I'm not gonna bother. Tricked Louie into 56 fucking months. All right. Yeah, and yeah, hair is colored. Actually, I should probably just real quick actually show this thing, because you know it's not like it was a whole thing that was done. Oh, why do I not have a camera over here? What the hell? Blame the bird. It's the Archeop's fault. Ugh. Grab my thing for this other computer. What the heck? That is in this scene. I don't know why I just don't have a camera up. Yo. Yeah, no, don't look so great with the hat off, honestly. Let's put the hat back on. It's still a little bit wet. Yeah, this thing stays wet for fucking ever now, which is really annoying. But you know, got it freaking dyed red. It's even got a fade on it, so it's a little bit brighter at the end. Why not? What bird? Archeops just got caught. Oh no, sorry, it fled. Didn't even get caught. It's just gone now. But yeah, this is a thing. Red Czar. On no, what do I have these buttons set up to? Okay, sweet. That's the art scene. Yeah, and I love that I had the hair appointment scheduled before the clown stuff. Which I also have all the stuff for the clown stuff, so that's something. Yeah. I kind of just like don't know what all I have to say. I have no real plans for today's stream. I have like one piece of art I kind of want to do, and that's like, even that's like a maybe. It's just kind of a going until I want to stop, and I'm just gonna stop stream type of day. So yeah, we're going for kind of like just chill whatevers type of day. How's everyone else been? Doing all right? That's all right to hear. Gave a lot more muscle mass than actually should be here. All right. It's like I don't know. I feel like there's just like summary stuffs going on. I don't know. Maybe I'll just remember stuff later on the stream. I'm still remembering how to hell to stream. Hello. Hey, Bun, guess what? Love you. Got him. Oh no, the ooh speak. Oh yeah. So October curse hath struck again. For people unaware, people who are kind of newer around here or just forgot from last year, I'm really cursed in October. Dusk, it's hit multiple times already. Like multiple times already. It's only what, the 6th? So yeah, today's the 6th, so basically in the last 5 days, it's struck multiple times already. Yeah, so I guess kind of quick summary for people who are unfamiliar with this concept. I'm a rather lucky individual for the most part, I would say. But for some reason in October, everything just goes horribly wrong for like the entire month. And already, and that's why I believe the oven was delayed until the 3rd, because I knew that thing would be a fucking problem. I fucking knew it'd be a goddamn problem. And so yeah, oven got delivered on the 3rd with thankfully no issues other than the fact that, did you know when you pay for delivery, it just means drop it off at your place and now figure out how to bring this giant ass appliance inside your house. Yeah. So since I thought they were bringing it in, I told them, yeah, bring it in through the front. So they brought it to the front door and dropped off at the front door. I didn't have like a cart or anything to bring it in because it's a full fucking oven and I don't have just like, you know, a dolly just lying around to, you know, haul a huge oven. So with it on my front door, I had to run to my mother's place to go and pick up a dolly in order to haul it inside. Thankfully, that went pretty easily. We get it in, we open it up, we unpack it. There's no plug. There's no plug for the wall. I was like, that's weird. Looking it up, that's just standard that they don't come with a plug. I was like, all right. And since this day, I have looked into it a bit more and it does make more sense. But apparently, when you buy an oven, they're supposed to ask you if you have the plug for it. Like, they're supposed to check that stuffs. And no one mentioned it in this entire process. And I'm still kind of annoyed that apparently the entire industry when it comes to large appliances is just assumes you know all the weird quirks to it. When, if I remember correctly, on average, a person will buy like one oven in their fucking life. On average. So it's like, cool. It's so stupid. Like, okay, when I say it makes sense, it actually does genuinely make sense. Because, what is it? One person in the Discord was saying that, like, it's because a lot of different regions in the US have different standards and codes they have to adhere to, which, looking into that, that's not really the case. It looks like there are certain codes that are just have to be the case for installing large appliances. And one of those, so the reason why they don't have a cable for these things is because there's 3 different ways to install them. There's a 4 cable system, a 3 cable system, and a hardwired system. And the differences are kind of obvious. The 4 cable system, the cable plug has 4 cables on it. The 3 cable system has 3 cables on it, and not prongs, cables inside of it. The 3 cabled is grounded differently. And in some instances and some different like panel setups in your home, you cannot use one of those cable systems. You have to, I don't remember which one. I know one of them works for both, and one of them has to be in one specific configuration, or else it will just fail. Like, it will not work. It causes an electrical hazard. And of course, there's the hardwire system where you just fucking wire it directly into the mains on your house, like on its own plug and everything, on its own circuit. And so so we got, like, I talked to the electrician. Yep, yeah, it does. Consult an electrician. I actually called up the electrician, and I told them, like, hey, didn't know these things don't come with a plug. Can I get someone out here to just install the plug in this thing? It'll be a while before it's even able to be plugged in, because I don't have the inspector out yet. And funnily enough, the guy who I called, like the guy who picked up when I called the electrician place, was the dude who actually installed my plug. And he was like, oh yeah, I haven't called in for the inspection yet. I'll do that soon. Anyways, yeah, we can come out and do that too. Like, it might be like 2 weeks though. I was like,
stretch your wrist, Zay.
All right, sure, I'll stretch my wrist. So I was like, oh, cool. Because I didn't know about a plug, it's gonna take 2 more weeks to get the fucking oven ready to be installed, and I don't even have the inspector out yet. So I was like, oh, great. The inspection has to be done before I plug it in, so honestly, the inspector should be here like this week or something. And it's like, all right, inspector will be able to look at the stuff first. And the only reason I'm so paranoid about the inspection is because the previous oven had electrical issues, and it's October. I'm not plugging that shit in until I know it's cool. To the system. I hate it. So so I believe he said he scheduled it for Monday, or he was going to call the inspector on Monday, because I know he doesn't have say on the inspector. He can just like put in the thing for it. And like I said, I can plug it in. Like, it's not gonna be a problem. It's like not really recommended, but it's like, if you trust your fucking electrician, you can hook it up. I'm just not. So, anyways, yeah, stretch the wrist. So I get a call a little bit later, or so I get a text from the electrician a little bit later saying like, hey, do you have that cable yet? And I was like, yeah, I went to the store and picked it up, which that was his own fucking thing, but that I'll get to that one later. He goes, yeah, you know, I have the cable. I have the cable. I went to the store, I picked it up and everything. He goes, okay, sweet. I have a guy who's actually doing work like down the street. Do you want me to send him over and just like install the cable on there? I go, yes. Just like, it shouldn't be that hard. It's just take off the panel in the back and send it in through a hole in the bottom and just literally bolt 4 screws in. Like, that's it. I just, you know, don't trust myself to do it, because if I have to get inspected and shit, I'm not doing it. So yeah, guy comes over and, okay, let me kind of just illustrate a little bit here. So here's the oven. Here's where the fucking everything is inside this little panel down here. And it's just like, you know, these 3 little bars, and there's 4 bolts, right? And you just have to hook up the shit through a hole in the bottom of it right here. The thing, you get like these 4 little cables, and it's like, we're good, yay. However, this connection right here, so this is relevant. Not to the art, but relevant to the story. This connection right here goes in through a hole on the bottom, right? However, the actual cable isn't as big as that hole, because it could be two different sizes of cable, right? You could have a three wire or 4-wire, and the oven's designed for either one, or hardwire, right? So they can't just have one set and have it fit. But if it has a lot of slack to it, then it can, like, you can tug on the cable. Like, you know, the cable's coming out of here, you can grab it and tug on it. Or if you move the oven too much, it can just cause a lot of friction on here. You don't want that with an electrical cable that's on a 240 volt main line. It has its own dedicated circuit because it draws enough power. It's like, we're not doing that. So the plug, the cable itself, comes with brackets that you install around the hole to hold it in place safely. Okay, makes sense. When the electrician came, they had their own cable. Howdy, Grave, for 35 months. Wow, thank you so much for the support. Kicking head to Bo's butt over there. But yeah, he brought his own cover for this thing, which is a much nicer one, where it's basically, it slots into the hole and just has like a ring on top that you just tighten down and it tightens it up. And he got handed one at the business, saying like, yeah, no, this is the oven that they have used. This is the size that works for everything. He goes, okay, sweet. And he gets here, and the thing he had was slightly too large. It literally was like slightly too large and wouldn't fit. So this thing that was supposed to be like a 2-minute job at most, he literally shows up, opens up this panel in the back, feeds a cable in, bolts it down, and then attaches the cinch to it and steps out the door, right? Easiest process. This turns into like a 15-minute ordeal because the oven did not seem to like having anything plugged into it. It had like a panel on top of this that had a single bolt right here. It had a hole in it for this, right? But we didn't really know what it was for. We find out that the fucking little like tabs that this cable came with, which is now what we have to use, from the side, they're like wing shaped and they have a much larger bottom side. Normally what that is, you know, you have this electrical box, here's the hole, you wire this on the top and this on the bottom. And then, you know, you have the other side and you just fucking bolt it to the sides and it just, you know, closes in on the cable. And it holds it there, fine. This one is designed entirely differently, and it didn't say anywhere in its instruction booklet that it's designed entirely differently. You're supposed to fucking, if this is the bottom of the goddamn box, you're supposed to lay these on top of the box and feed this plate around it. So it's, the large panels are underneath this plate that you're supposed to bolt down. The fucking brackets I had barely fit in the fucking hole at all. It's like, cool, there's nothing in here indicating that this is how this works. So it took us like forever to figure out what the hell is even going on. Yeah, oven is cursed. It's just October. It's genuinely just October. So anyways, he got the thing on. He wasn't like, you know, upset that it had taken long or whatever. He was genuinely just as confused and dumbfounded the whole thing. In fact, he actually has reason to get annoyed at the coworkers because he thought that wasn't the right size of like coupling that he brought along, but they were insisting that it was the correct one. And so he just like brought it along. So he went back and basically just got upset at them. Was like, yo, that wasn't the right one. So that felt kind of good. But yeah, no. So oven is all set up. Literally, I have the outlet hooked up. Like, it's not plugged in, but I have the outlet there. The oven is all ready to go. I looked over the oven. There's no damage on it, as far as I can tell. Everything looks like it is working. Everything should be good on the oven. But I got a different style oven than I had before. So, ovens come in a lot of different flavors. And the common ones have like, this big back panel on the back of it. So oven range specifically. So, it has all the burners on top and everything. Has this big back, this thing on the back. That's the most common style. You have all the button outlet stuff to work the oven on the back of it. The one I got has all the everything on the front. Like the strawberry ovens. I'm more a fan of the chocolate ovens. But yeah, the oven that I picked up has everything on the front. So it doesn't have this on the back at all. Which, I mean, that's fine. That's not like an uncommon or rare style. It's just, not ones you commonly see in homes unless like they kind of splurge a bit. And I got an induction oven. Kind of didn't have a lot of options, so I splurged a bit and I got this style, which actually is kind of a nice fucking oven. I'm happy to have the nice oven. I just, wasn't expecting it. Here's the problem, Doctor. So because the other oven was this style, the countertops, so, I have these dark stone countertops, have this like, stone thing that went around it. Makes sense because the oven has to be so far away from the wall. And so they put it far away from the wall and they raised the countertop to kind of fill in the space of it. Instead of having it just like, drop directly behind it and just having this large empty space that shit will fall into. They just like, no, stone going around the top. Looks nice. It's a common thing. It worked really well. So when I removed it, my thought, like I was trying to figure out what am I gonna do with this big old stone piece in the back? Like maybe I'll just keep it, leave it as a backsplash. That will work just fine, right? So that way any grease or anything from the oven splashes onto that. It's not going to be too big of a deal, right? Whatever. We remove the oven and it's hollow. It's unpainted on the back. So it's hollow. There's wood framing to help hold these pieces of stone up. Giant ass wood framing, by the way, that goes all the way down here. And, this is all like nice painted green. This is just like pure white, unpainted BS. And when I put my oven in, it'll be completely visible. Here's the problem, Doctor. I need to have that space back there. I need to have that distance between the oven and the wall. Like that is a requirement. So I'm trying to find a solution for the giant stone arch with wood and unpainted ugliness inside. And my first thoughts were like, remove all the sides, remove the wood, take this top part and slap it down and it's just flat. And then I repaint the back, done. That wall is the only color of paint that's not in our storage room. Every other fucking room in this entire house that's painted, I have the color of. They had extra color and they put that in the storage room. So they can do touch-ups. We can do touch-ups anytime. It's there. That color is the only one that's not. So if I want to color match, I have to take a chip out of the fucking wall and take it to the store for them to color match it. Because a picture won't be accurate. And if it's slightly off, it'll be so goddamn noticeable. So I'm trying to sit here going, what the fuck can I do with this thing that's not going to require me literally drill a hole in the wall, basically, to chip off some paint. I wouldn't be drilling a hole in the wall. I have a chisel. But, like, still, fucking thing. So, yeah, and I'll answer stuffs like that. Draw on it. Here's the deal. It's also behind an induction, stovetop. Like, it's behind a stovetop. Meaning, it will get a ton of just, splatter on it, right? Like, boiling water, splatter, pasta starch, grease, fucking tomato sauce will get on that constantly. And, it will have to get cleaned. And that's really fucking annoying that you have that on a painted wall, which is why oftentimes you'll see these type of situations. Even just any old oven will have just a backsplash. It's like a big tile wall here and it hits that instead. And you can wipe that off really easily. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to keep this thing because this border looks nice. And like, you know, I have wood framing in here and I have to have this space anyway. So it's like, if I can just put something in front of that or like inlay into here, that'll fix the entire problem. The problem is that wood framing is not strong enough to support a ton of weight. And I don't want to like be drilling in a ton of new holes in here just to like, you know, hold up like a chunk of tile or whatever. So what I settled on was stainless steel. I have some stainless steel. There's revolution of a great pastime in stream. Honestly, yeah, no, this is kind of working out. Because, you know, it's black. It's a black stone top. It's black granite stone top. I think it's granite. Slate. I don't fucking know, man. I don't remember. And everything in the kitchen is like black and stainless. So a bit of stainless steel on the back will fit everything. It's really light. All it'll take is like 4 screws to hold it up, like 4 bolts to help hold it up. That's it. And it'll be basically flush with the stone that makes that archway. Awesome. And we figured this out before the oven arrives. Like the morning that the day that the oven was scheduled to arrive, I went and like, you know, I had the date, the time and everything that they were going to be delivering it. I was like, I'm going to go to the store, pick up everything I need for this. I need to get the sheet of stainless steel. I need to get an angle grinder and fiberglass cutting wheel so I can cut the stainless steel to shape because it'll take like 3 weeks to get it delivered in the right size. And that's something I can do at home. And it's like, I'm just going to go and pick up everything. I get to the store and it's like, they said they'd be arriving at like 1:30 at the earliest, like 1:30 to 4:30, somewhere around there, or like from 1 to 4:30 p.m. It's like, it's a huge range that they can arrive in. And normally whenever you're getting stuff delivered, you assume the later end. You hope for the early end, assume the later end. And I leave with an hour and a half left. I get a call at like 12:15 saying, hey, we'll be there in 20 minutes. Cool. I was the only one like awake and home. And I don't know if they're gonna like see I'm not there, try to ring doorbell something and I'm not there and just fuck off. And I'm like 20 minutes away. I'm at like a home improvement store 20 minutes away. It's like, cool, thanks. I'll see you there. I like don't grab half the shit I need. Go out, check out, get out the fucking door, drive all the way back into town. And I get there with like, you know, about the time that they said they would arrive. They arrived 45 minutes later. Fantastic. I could have got the rest of the shit that I needed. Like I really could have, but, nope. Apparently, you know, 20 minutes is about an hour and 5. And yeah, they get there and they got the oven, the oven's on the track. I see it has no dents, nothing on it. Fuck yeah. They carted up and I have the garage door open because I was working on the lawnmower in this meantime, which I finally got working, by the way. But yeah, I was working on the lawnmower and the garage was open. So they thought they were bringing it into the garage. I can't get it from the garage into the kitchen. Literally the walkway does not allow you to. So I was like, no, bring it in through the front. I'm not going to have them bring the oven into the house through the garage and it fail entirely. So I was like, no, it's just bring it in through the front door. Yeah, they brought it to the front door and just dropped it off because apparently that's what I paid for with delivery. This cart's not theirs, by the way. I had to leave this entire box, like a $2,000 oven, on my front step while I drove to my mother's place to grab this cart, this dolly, so I could haul it inside. I didn't go and pick up the stainless steel that day. Like I didn't bother. I was fucking exhausted. October is your birth month. I don't know if exact birthday was in you being a lonely affair. Yeah, my birthday's in October as well, and I've actively not wanted to celebrate it for like greater than 10 years. So, and people who've always wanted to celebrate it, I just tell them like, do whatever, whenever. I don't want you to. October is very cursed for me, for so many reasons. So, it's like, I don't even, trust me, I have not shared all the details. 31st. Oh, look at you, Halloween. Means you get all the candy. Oh, you say it's a lonely affair, whatever. You can celebrate whenever the hell you want, honestly. Yeah, so, you know, hooray, this whole thing. Oh god, what else? Oh yeah, I gave up on the solar, kind of. Let me rephrase this. I had to go up on the solar, kind of. Had to go up on the solar, kind of. So people kind of, you know, unaware. I'm trying to get solar installed in the home to offset the fucking massive electric that we use. And I've called 30 companies. Somewhere around 30 companies. Because I have a fuck ton of panels. I have 920 watt panels. They won't do like, you know, all the work for like the electric offset, but it's like around a third of what we'll need. Like of what we can install. Let me be specific here. Of what we can install. I have those panels and I have an inverter. So I have like, in terms of like cost for the equipment, around a third of the cost of the equipment. Already. And obviously when I call up an electric company or a solar company, they, you know, they don't really want to use stuff they don't know. So they want to use the stuff they have in house. I was like, well, can you at least come out and install? Like, you don't have to put a warranty or anything on this shit. Just like hook it up. Yeah, hair's dyed red. But yeah, no. Of the 30 that I called, only one had any interest in trying. And when I sent him the spec sheet of the equipment that I had, he's like, yeah, I don't really know this stuff enough. I don't think I'm going to do this. And I was like, all right, thanks for your time, dude. Like, what am I going to do? Fucking force them to? And what's really annoying is that I'm only asking them to like go on the roof, bolt these things to the roof, and hook them up to the like the equipment that I have. I'm not asking them to attach it to mains. I'm not asking them to like, you know, certify it and everything. Once they're done with that step, I then call up a company to certify it, and then they flip the switch and connect it to mains. So it's like, it would be not on them whatsoever. And none of them are wanting to do so. And it's like, well, that's really annoying. Because, like, I'm getting estimates of around, like, $30,000 sometimes to get this work done to the level that I need. And it's like, I would like to not have to spend that much money. Let your electrician company do that. Sounds like there's a gap in the market. It's kind of a weird case. So I, on the one hand, totally understand their hesitation to do so. Because if and on topic of can a regular electrician company do that, hooking up the solar, it's technically outside their expertise, and a lot of them will ask that you contact someone who knows better how to do these type of things. And here's why. If solar panels or any like generation systems or power generation systems are hooked up to your house, and your house is hooked up to the mains, as in the main power grid that everyone is on, and the power grid goes down. What say there's a power outage and you have solar panels and you can keep your lights on or your fridge running through it, and you're hooked up to the mains, right? Then they work on the electric lines, even like 2 miles down the road, expecting it to be off and not live. You may have just killed a person. Like that, like there's no hesitation in me saying that. You may have just killed a man or a woman working on the lines. So a lot of them are very hesitant to want to hook up shit without like really clear certification or knowing the equipment that they're using or hooking up really well. And I completely understand it. Which is why I was telling them you don't have to hook it up. You don't have to like plug it in. You can just set it up. And then I call another group that does a more thorough inspection who knows more general equipment. But because solar has become such a big thing, there's a lot of panels on the market. When I was doing some like early research to DIY this project and, you know, make it cost a third as much as I was getting quoted, man hours are expensive. I was finding, even in name brand, commonly known things, 30 different companies with each with like 4 different styles of panels that all have different minor spec sheets to them. And it's like, it's a lot of work. And and sure, I know which ones mine are, but like, apparently they're not very common at all. And so a lot of people don't know how like all the details on them, and they're really hesitant to want to do so, which again, I can understand it, but like, I'm still trying to delegate it to different groups. So it's like this huge frustration. This has been going on for literally this, like basically this entire year. Cause I picked up these panels like in spring, I think. So I, you know, one day my mother was over, just kind of like, you know, hanging out, we're catching up. She tells me that my sister just had solar installed. It's like, well, cool. Like, what, how? She's like, she went through a company and got it installed, and is just has a good God, a payment plan with them. So it's like she has her electric bill, which is a lot less than normal, and then she has a payment system with them in order to pay off the solar work. It's like, okay, like I know that's an option. How much is she paying? It's like, okay, that's actually very reasonable for what I would be able to do. Do you think they have a referral system? So, you know, I don't remember what the exact thing was. I think it was like $250 a month or something. Is that what she's paying on her thing? And my system would sadly be a little bit smaller. So it's like, or yeah, a little bit smaller, a little bit weaker. So it's like, okay. I contacted my sister and had her talk to the guy who she talked to get her solar installed with this company. And, actually, I'm not really liking this post so much. Maybe I can make it work. And I got a hold of the guy. Like, she had the guy actually call me because I'm looking to get solar installed, and I know what I'm doing at this point because I've had to contact 30 fucking companies about it. So, yeah, the guy gets a hold of me. He you know, reaches out to me. He's like, yeah, no, we can do a referral thing. So she basically will get like a discount because referred someone else to them. It's like, yeah, it's my sister. Sure, I'll give her a discount. And it's something I'm already going to fucking have done. I might as well benefit someone else in my family. And it's actually really funny because he called me up and he was like going, okay, so, you know, we're going to ask you some questions about like, you know, your house situation, like, you know, what your options are. And I go, yeah, you know, here's all I know is like, it's a east-west south facing house. You won't be able to get enough power out of it to offset our thing entirely, but we're trying to hook it up to the mains anyways to offset the amount that we're using. And like, I went through everything. I'm like, yeah, we have a south facing part of the roof, but it's a tiny triangle. We can only get like this much out. And I literally gave him estimates of what we could actually get off of our fucking roof. Cause I've done this so many times. I sat down for hours with like, you know, with notebooks trying to figure out exactly what because I was going to DIY this. Like it seemed approachable. I just don't trust myself with the mains power, so I'm not going to. Nor do I have a huge amount of time. Time or energy, because, you know, it is climbing all over the roof. So, yeah, he was very surprised that I knew everything. That made that a lot easier. Jeez. Yeah, so he had to get a hold of the Jesus. I'm just flummy now. So he gets all the information and he has to basically talk to the people who actually install the stuff and get it quoted just to figure out how expensive is it going to be for this stuff. Jeez. Sorry, take a sip of water. There we go. So he has to contact people who are going to do the install in order to get it quoted. Why am I so phlegmy? I just talked for too long and it's just phlegmy suddenly. So it's like a couple days later and he sends me a message and says, hey, how are you available today for us to go over the plan? Like, what the installation plan is. And I go, oh yeah, I'm available at 1 this day. He messaged me at 9 a.m. And I was like, I wasn't able to reply at that time. So yeah, no, I'll be able to do it 1 p.m. because I had to go out and pick up the stainless steel and such like that. Because, all this is happening in a 5-day period. So he gets back to me far later and goes, sorry, errands and everything got really busy today, or, work got really busy today. I wasn't able to get to you. Can you do so tomorrow? I go, yes, I can do so tomorrow. He goes, okay, great. Tomorrow rolls around and I get a text from him saying, hey, I'm really sorry, but we actually can't do any work there. And I go, what? Yeah, we're actually so booked up for 6 months out. And because of that, we're not able to take on any other work until we're through a lot more of this queue. It's put me on the list. It's gonna be 6 months. So he goes put me on the fucking list. It's I'm done, right? It's sure, 6 months out, just put me on the damn list. It's I at this point I know I'm not gonna get a better deal or better group. I'm not going to be able to benefit anyone else in my life with this stuff either. And I'm not going to be able to do this myself anytime soon. Because he's the dude who is the liaison between the engineers, mechanics, and electrical engineers who actually install the stuff and set it up, and the customers who are trying to get the things worked on, and the loan department to figure out the payment plan systems. He's a dude in the middle who organizes between 3 or 4 different groups. One of those being obviously the customer. So he collects the information and then he relays it to other people and tries to figure out what the details are. And then he talks to the customer again once they have a solid say. And they recently booked up. I mean, it's not though. Okay, this isn't middleman. It's all in the same company. It would be me walking into a mechanic shop, talking to the mechanic and say, hey, can you fix this car? Here's everything wrong with it. Versus me going to the front desk and say, hey, when is the mechanic available? Right? That key difference, right? Key difference. And especially what if I, called up the group and was like, hey, here's all the work I want done. And they'll go, fuck off because we're here for whatever. Oh, because your name's changed. Lily, shoot me a DM. I can update that for you manually. I found out how to actually change that. I can update that for you. Shoot me a DM. I can do so after stream at some point. Okay. You can play it just totally normally, and I can correct that for you. All I have to do is just change the name header on a couple of files. Yeah, that one was before he was setting everything up for IDs rather than names. Or, yeah, he was setting everything up with names, so it doesn't use the ID system. It's in this instance, a middleman does make sense. And it's not a middleman in the traditional sense in that it's, I'm talking to a company who then talks to other companies to do all the stuffs and then gets back to me. It's maybe they outsource a little bit, the loan stuff's probably through a different company, But I talk to them to do all that and assume I don't know what I need for my solar situation. Like I don't know the kilowatt hours we use or that we need, or the roof space that we have, or the sunlight we get in a day, right? You know, by me doing all this shit myself for hours on end, if I'm just a normal plain Jane person, then it's like, yeah, you need someone in the middle to translate what the customer needs to the people who are going to be doing the work. And he just wasn't aware that they were full yet. Like maybe they just got recently flooded, or they were taking on a ton of work and they looked at the list and went, oh shit, that's like 6 months worth of work. Hey, we can't take that one, right? It's like, you know, it makes sense. It genuinely does make sense. Blame Hentabo. Yeah, blame Hentabo. Hentabo stole all of your Pokemon, Lily. Howdy, Storm. So, yep. It's just really fucking rude. How dare. Oh, sorry. Did I say it before you? You know, it's totally fair because you are in fact just the remix. What else with this? Yeah, so solar is getting delayed for whatever. So whatever. Let's continue. Oh yeah! Yeah! October keeps hitting. So, you know, it's autumn. It's starting to get cool around here. And I haven't had the ability to climb on the roof yet and install the solar, or not the solar, the what's it doodads? The freaking, gosh, words. Install the bathroom fan. Because remember we had a ton of ice dam issues last year because one of the bathroom fans just vents straight into the attic, and that's like the number one first thing you don't fucking do. And so, and it's thankfully an easy job. Like this is like a super easy, like, you know, first time doing any type of DIY stuff type of job. It's like, okay, great. I can do this myself. I haven't done so yet. So what, at this point, I'm just like, you know what? Like, there's a couple other little things I want to have done. Freaking gosh words. Yeah, right. There's a bunch of other work I want to have done around the house. Like, I want to have all the doors, like, re-insulated because they all have very clear, I can feel air around a couple of the doors coming through. And it's like, I tried to fix one of them and I made it worse. So like, clearly there is something else going on with it. And I'm just going to call in like people who know better. It's like, I'm not going to entertain that anymore. So call up a group. And because I know that, hey, doing the door frames is like not a lot of work, I figure I'm going to tell them I also want the bathroom downstairs here, right next to me, remodeled. Because if I also want a quote on that. And I tell them like what all I want to have done, like, you know, bathroom remodel. I want the doors to be like resealed and the insulation checked around them. And like maybe do some work up in the attic to install an air hose. Because I feel like I'm still going to be doing that, honestly, because I have everything for it. And it'll take me like a day. Freya Hurts, thank you so much for the follow. I'm just going over this like last 5 days of my life. Which sounds far less dramatic than it actually is. So yeah, they come out. Yeah, they're interested. They come out. They look over the doors, and yeah, they're a little bit confused by it as well. It looks like some of the framing isn't like, you know, super awesome on some of them. There's clearly been some work done. Hey, well, thank you. It's like I would have more to show, but I've been mostly just talking. This is chill stream day, so I've just been like chatting while I'm idly working on this arts. But yeah, the words brain stuffs. Yeah, bring them down into the bathroom and take a look at everything, which again, people are unfamiliar. It looks like it belongs in a prison. It's the most bare bones, this functionally works bathroom that you could literally imagine. Like, they didn't even remodel the floor. It's just concrete foundation. Basically, like, they did like a little bit of stuff on it just so it's like, you know, not straight concrete foundation. But it's like there's like it's fucking awful. It's functional. That's it. It's just functional. Which is really weird because they literally renovated every room around it, but they did not touch the bathroom. Like, I know bathrooms can be expensive, so whatever. It's like, okay, cool. Like I said, and I know bathrooms can be expensive, which is why I want to get a quote for the work I want to have done. And he's here for like 45 minutes because like we're kind of going back and forth about different stuff because it has some unique problems with it. That's actually might be what we're doing, Hentabo. Because it's, if I want to put like, you know, drywall in, I actually shrink the room by a considerable amount, and the toilet is put up right against the stone wall. There's not enough room to put anything back there. Like, I can't put a drywall or like an actual wall up. I have to basically go straight to the stone wall, or else I have to move the toilet. And when you have to move anything that's plumbing related, when you're in the concrete foundations of the house, it's really expensive. So I'm probably going to tile that wall entirely and just attach tile straight to the stone wall. And I checked with him and that's totally fine. And same for the bathroom. 2 walls in the bathroom are the stone wall. Like, it's like, you know, basement stone walls. And it's like, you know, I just want to put tile up because tile and grout should be fucking waterproof. It shouldn't be a problem. And he's just like, look at this going like I don't think it'd be a problem. Oh, I gotta call someone up. And he calls up like his coworker who's been doing these type of jobs for like, you know, 20 years longer than him. And says, hey, can we just tile straight to stone? Is that watertight? Like, he's just confused with the concept because normally people don't say, hey, tile straight to stone. Normally people want like a fiberglass inlay or a framework or even just like sheeting in there because they're trying to attach it to drywall walls. And you have to have a water barrier. You have to have a vapor barrier there. Moisture barrier, that's the term. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I don't see a reason why you can't. You'd have to use like, you know, this one roller material just to like make sure it doesn't leak or anything, but just like ensure it's watertight. But no, that should work. And he goes, all right, sure. So, you know, he writes on all the information that we're looking to do, which is basically a total fucking bathroom remodel, right? Like, again, I don't plan on moving anytime soon. So, and if I do, I want some equity in the fucking house so that way I get more than what I paid because I know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna make it nice. You know, I'm getting like a rain shower basically installed because I have to tear out the entire fucking room. I'm going to take the chance to install something nice. So yeah, he writes down all the information and he has to like, you know, add it all up, figure out the quote and get back to me. Goes, okay, sweet. That's standard fare for these type of things. He can't give you a quote off the cuff like that. I get a call from him a couple days later going, yeah, so like, you know, I'm adding up all the stuffs here and I realized that the bathroom's not vented. I go, well, yeah, like that's one thing I want to do. I want to put the vent in the ceiling and have it vent out of the house because it's attached to a room filled with art and computers and art supplies. I don't want there to be super humid, open the door and it's just humid in this entire room constantly or whatever, or humid for a couple hours. That'll cause damage over time. I want it to be vented. He goes, no. The pipes aren't vented because, like, you know, let's say I have the sink. It's a sink. The downspout goes straight into a cast iron pipe out of the house. Well, I say straight, you know, it has the U bend in it or P bend. I don't know what the bend is exactly. It doesn't matter right now. Like, the shower is the same. The shower, like, you know, let's say it's just like a shower in there. It's just a grate straight down into the outlet. For people who are unfamiliar with like septic systems, or not really septic systems, but like, you know, the fucking mains water or whatever BS like this. Let's say, you know, you take a sink again, goes straight down. There's no water gap that, it's like not that there is a water gap here, but there's no way to get rid of the excess gas. Yeah, it's probably been this way since 68 when the house was built. If I'd hazard a guess. Like, it might have just been the way it was back in 68. But yeah, no. There's no... If, let's say there's, you know, a water gap down here a little bit and a buildup of gas right behind it. Where does it go? Well, it pushes the water out of the fucking water trap and a bunch of noxious fumes comes out of the sink. Or carbon monoxide. Or, best case scenario, if that were to happen, it smells like sewage. Because it's just a straight air gap. Or there's no air gap, or there's no water gap anymore. It's just straight air down into the septics. So he goes, yeah, in order to get that redone, like, you know what, again, back to this fucking sink. I don't know why I keep removing this. Apparently I'm using it constantly. Yeah, in order to get this up to code, they have to tear up the concrete. The foundation concrete to the house. Wednesday, I'm having the person come out to take a look at that to see, 1, if it has to happen, 2, what ways there are to make it happen, and 3, how much that would end up being. Because only in the bath draws 87 sinks. Yep. Today's day draws 87 sinks. Yeah, it's only in that bathroom. There's like any other room that has the straight drain is not one that it is relevant that it is, if that makes any sense. It's like basically like fucking just like drainage pipes out of laundry rooms and shit like that. So like it's not in any way an issue that I don't have that's not vented. I mean, technically it should be vented, but it's not a problem. And for anyone who's like concerned at all hearing this as well, there's a reason why that was a totally fine standard for so long. It's because the times in which it causes a problem are very edge case. It's more so an issue of it can happen, and it's a problem enough that it can happen. Like, it is a problem if it happens enough that we're updating the code, the like standard code, to account for this and to have that be required. But here is a issue with this. Because that bathroom was made before that was the standard, before that was up to code, it is not a problem. It's not like I'm going to get a fine and citation because someone found my bathrooms out of code. Because it, 1, was before my time, and 2, was before that standard came into effect. It's recommended it gets done, but it's not required by any stretch. And like I said as well, it's a bit of an edge case scenario to even happen in the first place. So, okay, we got, like, you know, that's not that big of a deal. It's not like, you know, I'm now on the hook for like $10,000. Yep. But if I were to renovate the bathroom, I am legally required to get that back up to code. Like, no one will do the work and no one will approve the work unless I do so. Like, you know, there are certain standards that have to be met for kind of safety of all. And I would not be able to have that bathroom remodeled at all until I get, unless I also bring that up to code. So yay! That's going to get a lot more expensive. Still don't know exactly what that is going to look like, right? It's still a little bit unknown. But that's why the plumber is coming out to kind of confirm stuffs. Isn't October so fun? Everything piling up. Yep. Same case here. that sounds like something that should be the case kind of everywhere, because let's say they change the code, like that code existed for like 30, 40 years, right? I don't know exactly how long that's been. That was totally fine before the standard changed for it. But let's say, assume it was there for 30, 40 years, 30, 40 years worth of houses in the US. And then if you change it, every single one of those houses has to get re-inspected, updated, and you're hit with fines and such if you don't. There's not enough workers to do that work in an amount of time that would be reasonable. Like physically, there is not. That would be, and a lot of that would turn into subpar work. A lot of that would cause more problems than it fixes. And unless it's something that is actually of grave danger to the people living in these situations, like, you know, let's say if I don't fix this, I actually run the risk of, like, you know, the house dying, like everyone in the house fucking dying. Like it's almost a foregone conclusion within like 10 years, everyone will fucking die if I don't do this. Like, unless it's something that's so fucking severe like that, it's like, it's only an edge case thing. And it's just, if it has to get updated, we just do it then, you know, it's like, that's just the more rational, reasonable fucking thing to do here. So that's just what it is. And that just seems like the correct way to do it, just logistically kind of across the world. Because I can't imagine an instance where, yeah, we're updating this thing, but if you don't change it within a year or 2 years or whatever, then you're getting it with massive fines. Oh, also there's not enough people to do the work because suddenly we have to renovate every single house that's ever been built in 200 years, right? It's like, that's not happening. That's just physically not possible anywhere. So, yeah, that's a thing. Everything piling up. Yep. Yep. I think that's the last few days. Thinking about it, I think that might be the last few days. Talking to June last night, her family was in church with friends for some reason. I'm talking about loot topping. The press trench and came and told us to sign up for something. The link they gave us to sign up was furries. Was to a furries. After he gave them their email, they could send your code to sign up. Something like from me in the dream. No, I think it's totally relevant. I think it's totally relevant to the discussion. God, imagine you have to sign up for this like newsletter or whatever, and it's just like to a After Dark account. It's like, is this the wrong link? No, that's the right link. Sign up. Yeah, I think that, yeah, think, keyword think. Awkwardly. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to, I'm not signing up for this. I don't think I would either. It's like, I don't care. This is not a thing that's relevant to what we're doing here at all. Y'all seem to assess it's not even gonna be a problem. Right, but I don't want it in my feed all the time, so fuck off, random person. Anyway, so yeah, that coupled with like seasonal depression is why I've not been doing any streams or not been able to work on like anything. And good God, it's like you start a thing and it just fucking, no, you're not allowed to say. Okay, fine then. What do I call a naked snake? I don't know. I don't know. What do you call a naked snake? One sec. Oh, we got a button. There we go. A loodle. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I also had someone point out to me recently that the amount of work that I like do on like not just for streams, just like in general with a lot of stuff, like account for all the stuff out of stream too, right? And this is actually something multiple people have voiced at this point, where it's a team's worth of work And the more I look at it, I go, oh, wait, shit. That's actually kind of correct. So I was like, oh, well, it kind of makes sense. I'm crashing it all. And I'm like, I'm unable to do some of the stuff that I like wanted to do. Because it's like, oh shit, that's right. I needed to crash at some point. So, yay. What I'm saying is that I need to get a manager. But, don't think there's anyone that I know that could. Or at least and is also available in any way, shape, or form. So yay me. Of course, I'm a bit of a Garpants who's been starting to bite when I don't play with him. Well, gosh. Merv and Varasha are just so fucking annoying every single morning now. It's like they both equally want me to play, to feed them, and pay all the attention to them when like I just woke up and I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. It's like I am just like annoyed. I don't want to deal with this. And of course, when they're both like, you know, really riled up, Varasha like doesn't like start shit with Merv. She like is trying to play with Merv, but Merv doesn't want to play. And so I'm dealing with cats just like a cat hissing at another cat constantly. It's like I yelled at the cats a lot this morning. It's like I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna try and stream. Like I'm going to try and stream. And they were both like just nonstop. Like I'm happy that Varasha is at least asleep right now. Okay, well I say that. Shiny short. Yee, doing a digital painting. But, you know, that's the thing with having a cat is you make a routine and you stick to the routine. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that fucking happened. Yeah, one of my fish are doing spirals again. The last time that happened, the that we put down, I'm keeping an eye on it and making sure that it's not anything and that they're just occasionally doing that. But I do not have that in me. That's going to be really annoying if that, oh goddamn, if that happens again. Because the other one didn't seem like it was like a contagious anything. And all the living conditions are totally fine for the fish. Like 100%, checking it constantly. They're all okay. Unless there's something that I have no way to know about. But all the shrimp are doing fine. All the snails are doing fine. I'm annoyed that there's snails in there. But the snails are there. They're able to clean the glass better than the shrimp do. So I'm just making sure they're not overpopulating. So it's just like, okay. So it's like, it's just these fish and only like one at a time. If ever. So whatever. I'll fucking figure that out. Did it eat a rock? I don't think so. The food that I have are a different color than anything in the tank. That's the same size. Like it's very hard for that to be mistaken. And I even use 2 different types of food so they don't have, so they don't like, in case one isn't like the full nutrition that they need. Along with there's plants in the tank that fish can nibble on if they need to. So it's like there's a lot of options. So it's not like is it rockin', rollin'? I need to check if it's been gathering moss. Got it. But yeah, at least all the stuffs for the clown thing is kind of going well. I contacted my sister just completely out of the blue and was like, hey, I'm going to do a stream where I have to register as an actual clown. Are you interested in helping? Because I don't know how to do makeup. She said. So when I get around to the clown stream, y'all will be seeing my sister here. Which she has a lot of the same personality as me. Just like, but with different life experiences. So it's going to be interesting. Sister reveal? And I told her it'll be streamed. No, like my mother's been on streams. My grandmother's been on streams. So I think it's only fair if my sister shows up occasionally. What's her persona? She does not. I'm like the only furry in my family. Oh my god, y'all. Well, better figure it out. I don't know when the stream is going to be yet. I have everything I need for it, though. So it's just kind of like doing a couple little steps, making sure the costume kind of looks okay. And then we can schedule when that is going to be. Tiny shark, sure cat. Your families are cool, you being furry. Like, it's just a very loving family, I guess. Like, what was it?
Holy cow, someone just subbed.
Fucking, I can't today.
Get the shark ready.
And I'm really sorry. Sup. Maybe not the best time to have a stream where I'm like super low energy. Where people can sub for 12 months. Blaze, I love you so much for being with us for a year straight. That's a ton of time. And I'm sorry I can't do the thing right now. I feel bad now. I actually feel kind of bad. Also, I need a gift to win a sub. 1 second. Because win is not a sub. 2, 3. We're gonna do the shark next time Blaze shows up. Yeah, do so. I don't know how you're gonna put a reminder up for it. You know, shark slapping debt. Kind of makes loan sharks, like the term, hit a bit different, doesn't it? But no, I guess kind of going back to what I was saying, yeah, like a family, like, you know, they didn't like find out I was a furry or anything. It's like, yeah, whatever. Like that's just how I kind of live though, where it's like, yeah, no, I draw furry peoples, whatever. And that was just kind of it. That was like the whole thing. But my mother is, I guess my whole family is, but like my mother is like one of those super fucking supportive, like awesome people just in the world. And like one of the few times I was looking for 12 months. Well, to 12 good months of lurking. I hope that you've been well, by the way. But yeah, what was it? It's like one day, like I guess years later, I suppose. But you know, there's just like a program on the TV that I'm just like casually there watching, and it was one of those like real life of furries. But it was actually like kind of, you know, more positive. It wasn't just this like the one dude who like got excommunicated from every single furry group because he was just kind of an asshole and he was rude to everyone, and he actually probably had a mental condition that was just being voiced through this means. Yeah, it wasn't that one. It was another set. Either way. And in the program, like fursuits came up. And it's like, yeah, you know, people will like, you know, get fursuits made of other personas and like we'll go to parties and conventions and such. And my mother just turns to me and goes like, do you want one of those? And I know that question. I know that question really fucking well. Because if I say yes to that, I will end up with a fucking fursuit. Like, that will end up on, like, you know, the Christmas list or something, right? And, like, family would chip in and make that a fucking thing. And I don't have an interest in a fursuit. Like, I go to conventions and I like sitting behind a table and, like, getting to talk with people about art. I don't want to have a suit. I mean, for one, it's not nearly as expensive as I want it to be. And it's just like, God, it would be fun. It'd be a fun thing to try sometime. But I don't think I will ever make good on a suit ever in my life. So I had to tell her, it's like, that is not for me. That is not for me. She goes, all right. And that was that. Like, she didn't like ask again or nothing. It's like, okay, great. So the first convention I went to was Midwest Fur Fest. It was ages ago. Like like before I left for college and everything. And I told my mother about this convention. It's like, yeah, I kind of want to go, but it's all the way out in Chicago. And she's like, well, one, that's only like a 6-hour drive. And two, I kind of want a vacation too. So anyways, yeah, that's when my mother and I drove to Chicago for me to attend a furry convention and for her to just bum around Chicago for a week. She didn't go to the convention. She didn't attend the con. But while we were trying to find the convention space, this is back when it was just in the hotel. It wasn't in the big convention hall. But when we were trying to find the hotel that the convention was at, we drove up to it and there was a bunch of people's in fursuits outside, just like, hanging out, meeting with each other. And my mother, she was driving, like hits me on the shoulder, goes, look, they have the suits, they have the things. And I go, yeah, I think we found the place. I fucking love my mother. Mom wants the suit. I think my mom wants me to have a suit. I don't know. I was hoping he isn't. She really is. She honestly is. Hello. Something first to kill it. Yeah, I know something first. Like, trust me, I don't let her think that like, I don't think she's special. Trust me, I show appreciation a lot. Goddamn. Yeah, no, when she found out that I was dating Entabo here, one of the first things she asked is like, well, when am I gonna meet her? It's like, well, this is out in Norway, not really gonna happen anytime soon. She's like, it's only like you want like $1,000 plane ticket or something? Tell her come over. It's like, mom, I don't think you understand that's you have to leave her life too for shit for a while as well. It's not just a yeah, come on over thing. Calm down. It's only a 6-hour drive away. Yeah, I know, right? Let me meet her first. Okay, wrong word there, Hentabo. There's 2 E's in the one you were thinking of. But no, I did pick up the like only a 6-hour drive away thing. That's actually a common thing for me now. My upper limit, like this is the absolute max I can do in one day for a drive is 16 hours. If it's like a 12-hour drive, it's like, that's tempting. I might just go do that. These days, Mom, are you gonna control the chaos? I don't know. Yeah, that's the right word you're thinking of, Entabo. MEAT, when used as a verb, implies going to have sex with. Doing great so far. Thank you. So far, it's just kind of a throwing together thing. Going for a Melted Zay vibe. Based on the chorus in the line Acid Raindrops. I think it's by People Under the Stairs. I don't know. I also know you're not native to English, and a lot of the eccentricities, like those words, are like things you kind of have to grow up with knowing. So it's why I'm not like upset that you did or did not know something. That hair shine is so pretty. Thank you. So here's a fun fact for you. Digital painting is a lot easier than it seems. Because I'm gonna get rid of the sketch layer for a second. Let's be real. This hair, it looks really good. It's just like base layer of this, a little bit of erasing just to kind of give it a little bit of streakiness to it. And then just like outline and a little bit down the middle. And you just kind of like wibble your hand like you're doing, like you're a seismograph, but like tighter. And there you go. That's it. That's all it is. Then all you do is just kind of keep to the curvature of everything. It's like I kind of want to have like a little bit of like this going on. And final details, once I'm all done, is it's just going to be like a couple of individual strands like this. Which, you know, that makes it pop so much. Things outside of highlight rubber. Yep. I like shading. So I found a lot of ways to do so. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Give the idea, don't render literally Art 101. Well, I mean, no, that's not Art 101. Art 101 is drawing shapes and learning perspective. It's more like a 103 type of thing. Really, the process makes feel style pop flat for painting. I love it. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, digital painting is just a fun thing, honestly. It's a thing I've wanted to do since I had started art. And it's like, just found out I could one day. Like, literally just found out I could. And now I actually have those brushes from Head to Bow that I've been using on my tablet. And that's actually been kind of nice. Or such a positive intent reading back and know it all backhand. Oops. Wow, Gunny. Fucking, how dare you? How dare you imply that you know anything about art? You're good. Thought it was tongue in cheek. God. Sorry, it's just like mental image of Gunny the Bat, but tongue in cheek. There's not a lot of cheek, but a lot of tongue for that. Not gonna go through and render it because I can't be bothered to. You gotta get using digital painting brushes. Do you use Clip Studio Paint? Because I can literally just send you this one I use. It's a weird one. I'm gonna stop and say hi. It was fun. Yeah, like thank you for stopping on by. Take care with everything you got going on. Stay lovely. You know, if you use Clip Studio Paint, I can send you this one. This is a brush that I made. And it's literally a modification of the watercolor brushes. So it's not even like a super like intense one, but it just goes weird. I like the basic wash for digital painting. Yeah. Like, is that the one that you sent me? Because I like it. We're gonna do my run. Listen, does it go like 11 miles per hour? Speed. Yes, go fast. You know, I guess kind of also point out what I mean by my thing's a little weird is that this is actually a black and white piece. And it's actually not just black and white, it's actually a black layer that I'm erasing in order to get all the values. And it is a thing called a correction layer. Like if I have the correction layer on or off, it changes everything underneath it. So my painting style is very specific and weird, but the tool works well for getting values down in some roughs on like normal digital painting. Ugh. Gouache brush comes with the program. What'd you send me? You know, not gouache brushes. Okay. Yay! I have special brushes. But, you know, I use those things on that digital painting I put into the Discord. It's like, I liked those. I actually feel like I might do more just like full color digital paintings at some point with that. And like, it took forever, but that's also because I was on my drawing tablet. Just like sitting on the couch watching YouTube videos on the TV while doodling. So like it took way longer. I feel like it, instead of taking like 3 hours, it'd probably take only 1 if I tried to do that just on its own here, where I can focus down more. But also, it'd be a little bit less fun, I guess. Kind of given a little bit more of a pass on the shading just everywhere. A thick paint subtool. If you have the basic brushes, I do. Like I have gouache. I meant the one that you sent of like, was it more color, little less color? It's like the gouache setup, like it looks good, but it just never had a texture I really liked, nor the direction, like the shape of it I really cared much for. And honestly, that has kind of just been the trick, I guess, for all the brush making I've been doing, is I've been taking the basic brushes and modifying them. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if like that brush is just a modification of the gouache brush. Like I said, this is just the watercolor. I want to do more like brush making. Don't worry about it. Okay. For what it's worth, it does feel like it does feel like a gouache brush base. It kind of goes down in a similar way, which is why I thought you were going to say that it was just that. What was the name? It's like, oh my god. Something pup. It's gonna bug me. Are they live? They tend to be live. Like someone who makes brush packs that I kind of enjoy. Yeah, I can't see them quickly on the sidebar. Oh well. Okay, we're only an hour and a half in on this, and I have this far. Damn. Okay, then. Thank you for your energy. I feel like arting now. Do so. Take that energy. Make something new in the world. feel free to share it when you have something. I don't know if you use Discord or want to join Discord or whatnot. But I like seeing people's art. And lately I've not had too much energy to really gauge too much with social, like anythings. But I do always see what's going on even if I don't always engage. So, you know. Hard puff? What? Feel like farting now? Thank you for the creative energy. I'm going to toot you a song. Button press. Again, in case you want to. Don't know how long you're going to be drawing. I don't know how long I'm going to be drawing either, so. But even if you don't want to share it, I'm happy that you're making something new in the world. Fart is just fan art. Hey, I made you a fart. Scared. Yeah. Totally fine if you don't want to. I'm not one to force anyone to feel like they have to join any type of community or share any type of stuffs. Good group as far as I can tell. Because I purged all the people who said anything bad about me. Always wanted one would have internally referring to furry art as fart. It's a funny thought. You know, not having the mouth is actually kind of horrifying. Pentabo's said it first, then banned you for agreeing. Yeah. Pentabo's actually just trying to trick people. God. Okay. Like, this isn't really related, but just random thing I learned about last night. Roommate, like, you know, pulled out his phone for a second, looked at the thing and went, okay, so there's no update on the thing out in like town. I go, what is that? And he goes, did I not tell you? So he then proceeds to tell me that his high school bully, after leaving high school, married someone more than twice his age. And they had a, like, rocky relationship is to put it lightly. Like, it was not a happy time for either partner, apparently. And like, he was just a huge asshole to everyone. Like, apparently everyone he was just being kind of a dick to. And they apparently had an agreement for the last, like, few years or whatever, where it would be an open relationship for her, not for him. And apparently he didn't like being told no. So he went and tried to pick up a prostitute who turned out to be underage and a cop sting operation. So yeah, what Thruit was looking up was what, like, how that was kind of going, because apparently the guy is trying to, like, push it so it's like it's not like it's not like, you know, they were underage, that's what I was looking for. It was that they, like, I was just looking for a prostitute. Like, that's what they were looking for. It wasn't that. He's trying to push that one really freaking hard, which, I mean, you know, at least you're fighting a fight that you think you can win there. Not, I wasn't trying to buy a prostitute. It was, I was not aware they're underage. And here's the part that makes that kind of a little bit tragic. While he may have been an asshole to everyone and whatnot, he apparently ran a lot of the youth sports for that town's schools, including the softball team, which is an all-girls softball team. You know, I didn't know the guy at all. I only know him through the lens of this one experience with them. But from what I can hear, this seems like one of those cases of you kind of earned it, dude. It's like, I don't really like seeing people's lives get totally ruined, but like, I kind of know the personality type as it was described to me, and it's like, okay, no, that's... Damn, he didn't do anything to fix any of his problems. He just made his life worse in an attempt to, like get some type of control back. Oh my god. Right. Well, the police don't use actual underage people for that? No, I don't think they do. I don't know the details. You know, one thing I've not really looked up is how, like, underage prostitution stings work. That's not gonna show up in my Google search history. It's like, I don't really know the details on it. All I know is that it was apparently an underage prostitution sting operation, and he apparently his first time going to find a prostitute turned out to be the worst choice he could have ever made. I watch true crime. I know how cops operate. Well, it's in the name. It's true crime. Trying to like make this like a melty look, because the song kind of inspired this is Acid Raindrops. And while it's not literally about acid raindrops, it is a line that's used heavily since. So, and these also look young or photoshopic. Yeah, you know, that's actually a good point. I don't know the, like, it was it. What I was figuring at first was they wouldn't use someone underage in like a situation that they could be harmed. It'd be really weird if they did. I don't know if he like found someone online and was like, hey, you know, want to meet up? You know, what's the going price? Shit like that. And that's where it kind of became a huge problem for him. No idea. It's like that would make the most sense where it was something online. Then they were just going to meet up. And then, wow, you're a police officer? That's like so mature for your age. Yeah, no, that would be child endangerment. Yeah, as like I said, I kind of figured it wouldn't be anything like that. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know any of the details on this. All I know is that roommate was following it because, you know, a little bit of indication and a little bit of, so that's what that person was doing after high school. There's always someone. Yep. Oh, bye, Ondour. No one liked you. Yeah, like, there's actually a genuine thought I had recently of, I wonder who in, like, my graduating year ended up, like, becoming the most famous. It's like, and I can't, like, that's a hard thing to really, like, pin down. But, like, I do the stream stuffs, and it just made me genuinely curious. Like, if I ended up going back to a high school reunion or something, like, what would I be surprised to find that somebody like ended up owning this like really big company, or like I don't know, started doing like a major sport or something, right? I have never once been aware of a reunion that wasn't set in a small town where everyone kind of knows each other anyway. So it's just kind of a way for all the people to get back together who maybe haven't met up in like 20 years. Like, I have not been invited to one, but apparently the only way that they like organize them is through Facebook. So there's literally no way for them to contact me. So if I can, you know, I wouldn't go. Oh yeah, I forgot about that yesterday. Y'all remember that I'll go back to the other discussion, the other thought I was having, but y'all remember the apartments I was at that was like designed for artists, where like everyone in them was an artist, and it was like low income housing, and it was just kind of a way to get a lot of creativity back into the community and such. Like the one that I left and like got an apartment, then got a fucking house. Yeah, apparently they were doing a like event there yesterday, where it's just like, you know, you can go there, you can like meet all these artists and like see all the project they're working on and bring your own stuffs and like make this big creative share. My mother sent that to me. It's like, hey, this is a thing. I went, I don't think I'm gonna have the energy for that. It's like I'd be interested to see what they all are doing, but I don't care. Like, it's just, I don't know. It looked more and more like the building was getting a little bit more mismanaged, and I was part of the committees there helping to correct for stuffs, and it was like, y'all literally are doing nothing that would help anything, and I don't like this. And so, and also the fucking event was happening at like 6:30 p.m. till like 8:30. And they said on there, it's like, oh, you know, refreshments will be provided and everything. It's like, well, that's great and all, but like, that's not a time frame for like anyone to attend a thing that's not like really well known. And I get the like, you know, not like the local newspaper, but they have like a pamphlet of events that they give out. And it's like, you know what, sure, I'll sign up for that. I'm curious what's happening. It's just like a quick snapshot of what's happening around the town and such. And I have that, and that wasn't listed in there. I didn't see that shit anywhere. So I'm like, this thing is going to be very quiet. It's going to be a lot of people who are like, gosh, I don't really have a good phrasing for it. Like, I feel bad for a lot of them in the situation that they're in that building, but also a good few of them were like, I am doing nothing to correct anything that I am experiencing, and my art doesn't sell, ergo it's not my problem. I'm going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing. It's like, okay, well, granted, you shouldn't have to adapt everything to, you know, to sell, but like, I don't know. It's like, it feels like there's a lot of just like stuff I didn't really want to walk back over to. And also I would show up there and be like, yeah, y'all remember me? I was part of the committee, and then I left kind of suddenly. Anyways, I own a house now. How's the low-income housing going? Which, I mean, granted, it was cheap enough. Cheaper than what I'm paying for mortgage, so like, fucking, I'm envious. It's a nice place, but it's like, I wouldn't want to do any work with any of them, and I don't remember any of the artists there that I would want anything from. So it's like, there was nothing I would benefit to go into this event, but like, gosh, I was curious. But yeah, I was fucking yay depressed energy, so I just didn't go. Totally forgot about it too. I didn't set an alarm or nothing. So yeah, that was a thing. I just, you know, casually reminded me of that, talking about high school reunions. Anyways, back to what I was saying about high school reunions. Yeah. Don't know if there ever will be one. Don't know if there has been a high school reunion for my class or whatnot. I would kind of hope there isn't one for various reasons I won't get into, but I do kind of hope there isn't one. But yeah, I kind of voiced this to, like, again, one of the roommates who, all of my roommates were one graduating year younger than me. So they were like at the year right behind me when I left high school. And gosh, yeah, like they immediately had an answer. It's like, yeah, no, person from your graduating year, yeah, they do MMA fights. I go, what? Yeah, they're in like professional MMA fights. Apparently, I heard about them because there was a thing on like the local radio at work where the dude was in Hawaii doing a match. I was like, is he successful? Yeah, no, he's kicking ass. Oh, cool. All right, so yeah, so anyways, there's a dude who's doing professional MMA fights. Which actually isn't a good thing. Because the dude was well known for having a lot of anger issues. And apparently has actually gotten some citations in MMA. Where, for people who aren't familiar with MMA fighters, there's a lot of respect between fighters. But if you play dirty, you lose a lot of respect between fighters. Damn it, I missed. And apparently the dude was just like, yeah, he hasn't really been working on the anger issues much. But he apparently was able to use it to have the successful career. So maybe he's not really willing to work on it so much. I don't know the exacts of what's going on in his life. Apparently he's doing really well. Apparently he's not like, you know, a huge asshole who's going to go and hire a prostitute or something, right? But yeah, apparently he's not really working on the anger issues so much. He's just focusing it into the ring instead, which I guess that's a form of therapy. Yeah. So anyways, my hopes of being the most famous person in my graduating year were dashed in an instant. Because some dude just got really good at punching people. And who knows, maybe it will turn into a happy ending because there's a distinct chance, right, that as he gets older, especially in that type of sport, he, like, let's say he gets like a citation that's too strong, or that's, you know, it's stronger than normal, or he's forced to stop for a while, and it gives him a chance to actually have to reflect on everything. And there's actually a distinct chance he might improve, you know, as he gets older, as he learns more. Because, you know, you don't always realize in high school that you have an anger issue, or that the issue is an internal thing that you can correct and can make your life better. That's oftentimes something that you learn later on. It's like, I have hope that it'll improve. All right, I think it's about time to put the teeths in. don't know. What else has been going on in life? I almost started working on a Tappy game again. Because I have been writing down so many new ideas. October's a great time for that. And it's actually, if I implement all the ideas that I have, it wouldn't just be the game is expanded. It actually would be changing a lot of core rules about it. Not like core rules, I suppose, but enough content that people engage with in that game would be changed enough that I could even allow people who have played the game before to join in. Because normally I have a general rule where it's like, you know, if you know the game really well, I don't really want to pull people back in. Both let people have a new chance to play and because, I don't know, it ruins a lot of the fun of discovery if you know everything, or at least you know a lot of it. But between the last session, us not finding most of the content that I added in, because I added in a lot, and this time me adding in a lot of shit that I have on this list, it's actually a pretty decent chance I could just allow people in again. Which, oh boy. Howdy, Saisha. And if I'm going to be, you know, updating it so much, I'm tempted to try and make it a playable version on Tabletop Sim that people can just download. But I'd only do that after I make a YouTube video on it. Which would absolutely be me on Fiverr finding someone who can edit. It's like, hey, join in for this. Like, you know, you're not going to be participating. Don't worry, you're safe. But I need somebody who's like aware of what's happening, because you're going to be getting the footage later. You having a apartment section person does it currently is hypercritical, so feels like I'm needles with them. I understand the mood. Wishing you the best of luck with it. Yeah, I'm just drawing a Melty Zay. Which, that actually is looking fucking sick. Huh. It is less critical doing them. Oh, okay. Okay. That's valid. Hey, dude, what's up? Melty. What's up with you? I would give you the summary of the last 5 days, but that'll be a watch the VOD thing. My thoughts, head empty. Oh, get it? Head empty? Type Lumina? I don't even know what that means. That sounds like a reference. I mean, you know, my fucking body's acidic, so I mean, sure. But no, acid raindrops is the vibe. Do very well for your birthday on Monday. Hey! Oh yeah, dude. I like fucking rest up, you know, enjoy yourself. Hells yeah. Yeah, I'm just like kind of crashed recently. So this is like first art stream in like, gosh, it's been 3 weeks. It's been a bit. There's a bird. Play a happy game again. That shit was funny. Buddy's machine that turns acid into blood. Yeah, 4 miles in 22 minutes is pretty good, by the way. Like, rock on. doing your fucking exercises. Proud of you. Shit's awesome. Whoop. Didn't want to relocate that. Yeah, it's about, I mean, you can probably play the happy game. Last time you didn't play it. Last time you were stuck, not able to talk for like 6 hours and not able to play for about half of that as well. Can we go and do something great? Anything interesting going on? Go axe throwing. Mall of America, you can go axe throwing. Like, just straight up. Get a couple people together and just go and throw axes on a range. It's just silly, and it's something that not a lot of people have been able to do. Oh, shit. That's an idea, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, I have to glitch this now. Trying to think how I want to even warp this. Who knows? Maybe an effect like this will end up going into the going into a final piece for this. I was gonna listen. It's like there's curse kicked in already. Oh, dude, you have no idea. Like, I can't. It took me about an hour to summarize everything last time, so I'm just gonna say that my streams are recorded now and they go up on YouTube. So that would probably be the best way to fucking get the summary. I'm gonna be honest. It's really not. I can't go over the list right now. So yes. Also, for anyone who's curious how serious I was about saying I have an October curse, I've known Gamasa since high school. Yeah, start the stream over. Yeah, no, 5 is probably more than enough. Sucks for him because October's the best month of the year without a birthday. You're right, right? It should be the best fucking month of the year. God damn it. Like, objectively, it is. It's just, you know, yeah. Listen, I have a really good rest of the year. I'm willing to sacrifice 1 month. Kind of wish it was like June or something. Like, who cares about June? But anyone whose birthday is in June. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Get a better month. I'm saying a witch on Halloween. I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's just fucking universe balancing out. It's like rest of the year. You know what? objectively, I have a pretty good life overall. So it's like, you know what? You get all this, but that month's gonna suck ass. You know what? I'll take that deal. I took that deal, apparently. June is oh fuck, you're right, June is Pride Month. Forgot June is Pride Month. Yeah, you know, let's go for January. Let's say January is just worthless. It's cold, it's wet, it's gray. Yeah, no, January. Let's offset all the awfulness to January, please. Satisfactory, missing most satisfactory tomorrow. I'll be going to football games with dad, and the country fair opens Sunday for admission. On top of that, I get essay questions, grade the class I'm TAing for. Yeah, you are busy. Well, and if you end up wanting to see Satisfactory stream, they are put over onto the YouTube channel. Exclamation point YT for the late. Anyways, so you know that'll be put over there. But you know, I wish you all the luck with everything. Honestly, you're busy, and everything is just bleh. Yep, yep. In years past, I would end up taking like the whole of January off. It was like right after MFF. Like I had to do a ton of work for MFF, like right off of like October shenanigans, going into like November catch up, going into MFF in early December, late November. And I'd just be like, all right, cool. Bye y'all. And I'd be gone for like till mid-January or something. What do I do to game next Saturday? Hey! Fuck yeah. If I can, I try to go on trip someplace warm during January. Yeah, one thing that's like a whole adventure to try and like work around is like, you know, the arm, right? If it gets really cold, arm aches. Like I have to keep I have to be mindful to keep blood flow to my wrist and to my arm. And it's like, if I was more active about that, it would probably be less of an issue, honestly. But like when it's not aching, it's hard to remember. Yay. So yeah, when it gets cold out, it's like, oh fuck, that's right. I have to like bundle up a lot more. I do outside of the plant during summer, so I'm always in winter. Everyone has their preferred season. Like if you just give me constant fall and autumn, I'm happy. But I'm not buying plane tickets that much. Chameleon wants the cold. Well, it's like, I get it. Like I don't want like the heat that we have during the summer here. But I also don't want the cold we have during the winter. Like, the extremes in Minnesota are kind of a pain in the ass. Like fall, more of it lasted longer. Yeah, I am liking fall a little less. Not much less, but a little bit less lately. Because the giant tree in my front yard, the thing that's like, if you overlaid all of the like leaves and such over my house, it would be larger than my fucking house. Yeah, that thing drops leaves about 2 weeks before anyone else on the entire street. Even before the other tree in my front yard. And since it's so goddamn big, it literally covers everything. Maybe it's 100 biddies. Holy fuck. Thank you so much. Raking's a pain in the ass. Like, God damn. Yeah. How do? Exclamation point YT for the YouTube link to the VOD channel. You can see the list there. Still low energy as fuck. Yeah, there it is. But you know, the freaking God, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So huge tree, really annoying for all the leaf stuffs. I don't rake. Like, I don't rake at all because I will be raking every day for like an hour and a half. And even then, it's not going to prevent from getting in the neighbors' yards. Like, I feel bad for the neighbors because they have to deal with this shit, but like, they've all lived here longer. They've lived in those houses longer than I've lived in mine, so they're more used to it. There's only so much I can do. But thankfully, my mower is a mulching mower. I got one that's mulching. So it can run over all of the leaves and it just mulches it into the grass and just puts it into the ground where, one, it's not going to fucking go anywhere. And two, it's not going to, like, it's going to help out the yard. So, like, okay, great. Right. The mower's been broken for the last, like, month. I finally fixed it. I finally found the fucking problem. It had too much oil in it. That was the problem. Because the dipstick did not indicate that correctly. Like, it was nearly impossible to tell how much oil was in the fucking engine. Like, I had to go and pick out, like, different things to replace parts in it. Yes, if a mower has too much oil, and I was aware it had too much oil in it. Because if a engine has too much oil in it, then it can overflow the oil pan and land on the hot engine and basically smoke, if not catch on fire. Mostly it just smokes. You have to get it. The engine has to be fucking dummy hot in order for it to like catch on fire. Normally it just smokes. Where when you're driving your mower across your yard and suddenly it billows white smoke out of it, you tend to turn off the mower and give it some time for you look up what the fuck is happening. And like, I knew it had too much in there, but everything that I could find online stated that you can just run the mower and it will just burn off the excess oil. If you put a bit too much in there, yeah, it's not clean, right? It kind of makes a mess. It like burnt oil, like tar basically around the engine. It's not going to harm it. It just like will smell bad and you don't want to be breathing in the smoke if you can avoid it. It's not like it'll kill you, but it's generally not a good thing to be breathing in. But you can just run it for a while and it'll be fine. It wouldn't turn over anymore. And that's when I was like, all right, there's something else going on here, because I knew it had a little bit too much oil in it, but like now it's not turning over and that's not in that list. No, it had somehow twice the amount of oil it needed in there. Again, go back to me saying, I had no way of knowing how much was in there. I thought it just had a little bit extra because then it'll burn it down, because I wasn't fully certain how much was in there. So I basically emptied everything I could and I put like a full container in. It's like, okay, it looks like a little bit extra. It's like, okay, sure, that's fine. No, it had nearly fucking double what it needed in there. So I had to pick up a tool to pull the oil out of it because I couldn't for the life of me figure any way to actually get the oil out of the fucking engine. Like, it's a good mower, all things considered. It's genuinely a really good mower, and I got it for a steal too, but I do not know how to operate it correctly. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's an insult I use. Yeah, Kamasa, not what a dipstick, not what is a. Gosh, learn to read. Stole it? No. Actually, no. I bought it for way less than it was even originally listed at. Because there's just a dude up the road who was selling it. And he just repairs small engines as a hobby. He'll buy broken small engine devices, fix them up, and then we'll chain them to the fence in the front with a sign on it that just says like, hey, here's the price for it, contact me. And it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. And it's like, but it was more than I was willing to spend. But a couple weeks went by and he lowered the price. It's like, oh, shit. It's actually within range. And he also put a pressure washer out. And get you a friend who has a pressure washer. I'm going to be the friend with a pressure washer. Pressure washer, very nice. So, fucking, I just bought both of them off of him. And the dude was actually, like, the most awesome dude ever. He has a little library in his front yard, like attached to his fence. He has that because he is literally on the walking path for the elementary school, and he fills it with books that elementary kids would like to read. And it is covered in signs and everything, for like, what was it? Like, basically, like, you know, take care of others, be a good person, LGBTQ plus stuffs. Like all the most positive, like forward-thinking things on there you could imagine for a dude who just like repairs small engines and sells them as a hobby. And when I say he is like on the walking path for the elementary school, I mean he is like borderline. He is one of the first houses past the one of the first houses you pass when leaving the elementary school. So he just like has this like perfect spot to be able to like, you know, be a good person. It's like, damn, dude, kind of sad I'm buying this for so cheap now, but like, can afford otherwise. Yeah. And, you know, I bought this mower from him, brought the pressure washer, and he's like, oh, you know, how are you going to get it home? It's like, oh, I just live up the road. I can fit it in my car. He goes, you sure? Yeah, no, I'm almost certain I can fit in my car. He goes, okay, I'll be here. Bring my car around. And he already has his truck out and ready. And he goes, yeah, that's not going to fit it. We're going to throw it in my truck and I'll just bring it over to you. It's like, all right, dude, sure. I could have fit it in my car, by the way. I definitely could have. Yeah, when it started having issues, I almost went back to him and just went like, hey, this isn't your fault. But how do I fix this? I don't know what I'm doing. But I would have felt bad because he would have like, he probably would have like done far more than I had asked, or I didn't want to see the condition of it and like be casually upset that a kind of a nice mower got a little bit ruined by someone who's inept at having a mower, but I fixed it. Oh, wait. I realized I did not actually post this to Discord. Right. And Hentabo sent me a GIF of Ice Cream Man. I'm not going to pull that up on stream. Let me see what it reminds you of. Hopefully it will look less like that once I get the rain in. I was literally posting a thing to the Discord when you sent that, so I was just like, oh yeah, notification. I should have a couple of the notifications before I take that. Yeah. That would be the hope. Because I don't want Day just melting for melting's sake. I want acid raindrops. We're just getting the rest of it in first. Shark a spoon and boom, same image. Still haven't shared it in the chat, so no one knows what you're talking about. We'll let their imagination run wild. At the end of summer. Acid raindrops. So what would y'all be in ice cream flavor? Pineapple. I'd be pineapple. I'd be like one of those. Okay, I want to be an ice cream. I would be one of those like pineapple, like real fruit pineapple, like sherbets on a stick that actually has like pieces of the fruit in it. The other stream feed goes stream said Halloween Oreo ice cream. Coffee or cherry? Maybe a combo of both. No ice cream though, invalid answer. Fine then. I'm an invalid ice cream. I'm a rebel. I don't know. You gonna go ask BuzzFeed what I am then? Ask BuzzFeed, hey, what type of ice cream is A? Answer all the questions for me. And it gets back to you and it's like fucking pineapple sorbet on a stick. Because get wrecked. BuzzFeed knows all. You know, cherry coffee ice cream sounds... Actually, you know what? That could work. Especially if you put a little bit of chocolate in there. Just because the chocolate would combo really well with coffee and cherry. This room now has a point redeemed specifically as ice cream your character would be. It's kind of cute. Imagine that as a event or like a stream on CozyCon or something. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna do the whole stream just like going through people's characters and figuring out what ice cream flavor they are. It's all pistachio energy, not gonna lie. I literally was just about... I was just thinking about you, Mythics, because I realized you came in, you threw biddies, and I didn't even ask, like, what the fuck you're up to. I didn't ask about your day or anything. You're just like, oh, hi. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Hope you're well. Sorry. It gives you blackberry ribbon. See, I would actually think Kentwell would be like a blackberry lemonade ice cream. So I got that like, you know, blackberry flavor to it. It's got the like tartness of lemon. Yeah, no, I know. I'm incredibly rude. Teart. Fun as a sorbet. Apparently sorbet is illegal. According to She Who Makes the Rules, sorbet is an illegal ice cream. Sherbet. Sherbet, sherbun. Like, I've turned her into a cake, so, you know, turning her into a ice cream probably won't be that terribly difficult. Okay, we're getting there. Kind of want more of this like melty vibe going on. In essence, I'm a snack. Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you for fucking years. Really kind of still melting. That just happens. Like, when your body is super acidic, you kind of just get used to it. How many years? I don't know. Like 0.5. That's a number of years. I've been so focused on uploading music. That's 1:07 p.m. and I haven't got dressed yet. It's just, you know, comfort day. Valid answer. How is it an invalid answer? But yeah, Tio, go fucking put on clothes. Get yourself a food as well. Want a onesie? Yeah. We're gonna see if we have to get changed out of it. Oh, it's far less fun. Go to dinner in the onesie. It's like, to be mad comfortable. The fancy one. It's the onesie with the tie print, like the suit and tie printed on the front of it. And it's just now like, hold on, wait, there's key information missing here. Curry that I found a few days ago. I love the idea of like a ready-made meal curry I found a few days ago. It sounds like you found it like in the park, just like on a bench or something. It's like, I just found this thing. God, don't want to make dinner. Uh, to be considered melting a bit. I hear that helps. Pizza. I saw for stuffed peppers. Like stuffed peppers are fun. Oh, ice cream. Hey, who's hungry? Howdy, Barrel. C art. I was gonna find a Terry chocolate mint. It says very just left on a random shelf a few days ago. Couldn't find it anywhere else. Anywhere else. I scanned it at the counter. Uh. Nice clean shave. I've been shaved for a few weeks now. Must mean the art, but I don't think this has much to do with shaving. Okay, pizza topping. Pepperoni, pineapple, garlic. That's why I like. If I'm just like going to a place, it's like nope, getting something totally for myself. Like gonna get kind of something nice. It's like pepperoni, pineapple, garlic. That's what I get. Melting waifu. I want to put the melting shark in one of them party cocktails instead of ice cream and soda. I want to put the melting shark one of them party cocktails. In, on, with. You accidentally a word. God, I still have that melting Zay ref. Like the fucking candy corn monster Zay that I have to like finish the ref of. So that's on the little drawing tablet. Do not the waifu, do not the shark, put the shark. Getting a lot of mixed messages from R&D here. I like steakies, roasted red peppers, mushrooms, onion, artichoke hearts. A common pizza I will pick up is spinach, chicken, and white sauce, like Alfredo sauce. Not really much of a pizza, but like it fucking tastes good, and it's in the same form factor. That actually sounds really good. Yeah, I'm almost through that surplus of foods that I have. I just have like some pancake mixes, some cereals, and like bread mixes to kind of work my way through. So I'm just like getting a couple little things here and there, just like supplements and add in, just so it's not like, congrats, you're eating bread for a week. Okay. I get the 5 o'clock though, shave. Doesn't stay clean for long. Yeah, nope. This is just, I like shave every other day basically. It's pretty malleable, like we crunch everything, exactly. problem in my, like for me, is that finding a pizza I can have is always a pain. Just don't pull up Brazil. What did Brazil put on theirs? The purpose ones vegetarian chicken, spring onions, and hoisin. Like duck pancakes on pizza. Fucking, that sounds amazing. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Freaking, like, you give me a food thing, put it in front of me, I'll try it. As long as I physically can try it, of course. Like, won't make me sick trying it. But it's like, yeah, I'll fucking try it. That just sounds awesome. It's like, give me just like a pizza with a bunch of random old toppings on it. It's like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna try it. I really like how plain distinct pizza and curry, chicken, red onion, or pineapple, or plain cheese. Yeah, it's like, well, mine's pretty fucking bland compared to what everyone else is saying. No, it's just. Also, I had the habit of going to a different pizza place in Chicago every Tuesday for over a year, something like that. I think it was for about a year. Anyways. And, so I just kind of got very similar stuffs across the board. So I was really feeling like something different. Usual chia wraps have gluten. Yeah, if they're made of wheat tortillas, yes. Corn tortillas, no. But corn tortillas oftentimes have trouble staying together that large. Most corn wraps I've seen don't have any wheat unless they're like large. Oh, that's a Brazilian pizza? Hold on one second. Kamasa sent me a Brazilian pizza apparently. I'll be honest, I'll eat that. Like, I'll eat that. Is there a link? Yeah, but I don't want to spend that much effort. I'm not clicking the link. Yeah, see, and I just did the cutback thing because that fucking chain ended. I'm from one of the restaurants here. Can you not go get a calzone? Because I'm also craving a fucking pizza. Like, I might get that spinach and chicken pizza. Oh, well, fuck you. Right, it's like, gosh. Wynn seems like the type to absolutely destroy a pizza. I can't really speak for her. Wynn really does their own thing at this point. God, speaking of just like bot stuff. I have been so tempted to poke one of the Sammy devs. Send them that, like, Peggle speedrun that Doug did and be like, I want this. I want to do this with Sammy. What will it take for you to design this? I need this. Like, give me the list of, like, plugins to install. Give me the list of systems. I don't fucking care. Make my PC burn. I want Win to talk. There's some good pizzas over here, but like everything else, you gotta go like 30 plus minutes over. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting like a really nice pizza, I'll be honest. Because also, if I go to any of the nice restaurants, they give me an Udi's gluten-free like pizza crust, not like the pizza crust they spent time and effort making. So it's like I don't really get much of a return on investment when it comes to going to a nicer pizza place, sadly. Like there's a few, of course, but back from getting your eyes tested. So you still have eyes? Me and Atabo, similar fucking joke. Did you study? Alright, so I'm gonna start doing all the other effects on this, so I'm gonna make a duplicate just in case I fuck it up. Ooh, lots of soaking, that's not very good. I got my right eye. Yo, same. Yeah, I need to go and get my prescription updated at some point. Just, it's been a bit. Plus, it'd be nice to go see the eye doctor again, who recognizes me just based on the fucking prescription being weird. Makes me happy I'm special. Although it's something you really want to be feeling special about, but you know, special. Yep, still have eyes. You can go now. You go out the door and you instead slam into the wall. They send you back inside. You fucking guys on tomorrow then. Don't want to go pick up. Right, because you have to go pick it up, then you can't, like, you know, hang out and stream. Bun, be sure you get the calzone before Satisfactory. While Satisfactory. You would come back and I would have built a fucking utopia. Since you're not around to, like, shoot me full of rebar. Satisfactory's been eyeing that calzone all day. Oh, seriously, we're gonna go pick up my dinner. God, how long would you even be gone for? Like, let's say you actually ended up doing that. Like, how long would we be bun free? Okay, that's not actually terribly that long. I don't know why I figured it would be a farther spot for you to go get the calzone. God, is there anywhere nearby where I could even get a calzone? I'm kind of curious. 1 second. Yeah, but isn't your city kind of small, or am I wrong? Yeah, no, there's no gluten-free calzones anywhere nearby. Is Pizza Hut, they got rid of a bit ago. Also, they suck. Yeah, Pizza Hut uses the Udi's crust, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. Although Udi's did update their crust, they're actually like decent now. They're not like this awful fucking crust, but at the same time, it's like I can literally just go pick up an Udi's crust and just throw some together at home. Easier. Well, I guess I can't right now. I don't have a fucking oven. Piping. Yeah, an American metric. So America doesn't use metric, bun. They should. They almost did. I can agree with the metric system and everything, but temperature. Temperature Fahrenheit genuinely does a lot better for like every single everyday usage, and I will not argue this fact. But no, it's one of those things where apparently you can just fucking blame Nixon directly. He's the one who specifically disbanded the group that was in charge of making America go over to metric. So there you go. More fuel for whenever you want to argue that shit online. I'm not interested. You switch out everyone in New York with Norwegian, there would be like 2 million OG New Yorkers left. You're gonna just delete all the New Yorkers? Thanos bunny. Well, where are you putting the New Yorkers then if you're replacing them all with Norwegian? Is it? No, wait. Yeah, Norwegian, yeah. I said that right. So fucking you're just gonna put a bunch of New Yorkers, people who do not understand how to live outside of a city the size of New York, just all across Norway. That's going to end poorly. God, imagine all the Norwegians who suddenly have to fight with, like, street rats. Fun, you knew what you were getting into when you joined this stream. By the way, oh sweet, love you too, bun. I just like I don't know why my mental image was like, you know, Thanos snap. Obviously not deleting everyone, but switching their places. In New York City, you get a bunch of people who like are suddenly like at a street stall, like trying to buy like a hot dog, and someone on the other side is trying to sell them a hot dog, and they just both look at the situation, suddenly go. And just like continued to pass on, just like someone's eating a hot dog walking down the street while people are freaking out. I feel like that would probably be me. Like, in all honesty, like, not like, you know, crazy shit like that has happened to me, but there's been enough times where just like something happened. It's like, all right, I'm just going to roll with it. Fuck it. Let's see what's going on. At least I got a hot dog out of it. Who can't even comprehend the pitch blackness of a country road at night without having a mental breakdown. They can't comprehend stars. Like when there was the complete blackout in Los Angeles, like quite a few years ago, but yeah, the complete power outage. People sent in like thousands of support of things just saying like there's these strange lights in the sky, like aliens are coming, shit like that. And it's like, no, it's just stars. They hadn't seen them like as bright as that before. Almost massive panic attack if that happened. Like, don't get me wrong. I would probably be having a panic attack too. But at least I'm having a panic attack with a hot dog that I didn't pay for. But I live with anxiety. So it's like, yeah, I'm having a panic attack, but I can fucking exist in my day. Hey, Beryl, I literally said I don't want to have the discussion. Like, that wasn't me being like, I'm not going to argue it as in like the joking thing. It's literally like, I do not have the energy for having this discussion. Please and thank you. I've had a panic attack at the eye doc because I hadn't been there before. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it sucks. It's really funny in hindsight though. I'm sorry that it happened. Like, it's fair to think it's funny, but sorry that it happened. I'm happy you see the humor. Anyways, so you went back there again and had an even lesser panic attack. I'm like, this is improving. Just enjoy not being able to feel my eyeballs afterward. Do you regularly try to feel your eyeballs? I think that for the dentist is scared about that they're trying to give you an eye filling. Oh no. Not again. Getting your eyeballs numbed is such a fun. I'm used to seeing you say like num-nums and such, and I genuinely read that as getting your eyeballs like bitten is genuinely such a weird experience. I'm like, it fucking seems like it. God, that reminds me, I actually saw one of those like DIY, like, you know, here's a quirky little Halloween themed decoration you can put in your home that I actually really loved. They took those orbs that like have the same refractory index as water that just, you know, absorb a bunch of water, right? they filled a giant container with it. And while after the orbs had swelled and they filled the container with water, they put things in it. Things like fake skulls and hands and bones and such. And they then suspended eyes in front of the skull, and it all held in place because it's all suspended by all the orbs that you can't see in the water. So they just had this jar on their front door. It's like, okay, that's actually really fucking cool, and I might actually steal that. My phone's on a roll today. I tried to type Phineas and Cuddles, then the dentist is going to find you. Good God, that sounds horrifying. Yeah, this isn't really working on this being on a separate layer. I have to actually do this in the same layer. Just wasn't bouncing correctly with the other colors, other values. Hey, Antabo. Go fucking make dinner. Like, what are you doing? You're just sitting here just like not eating, getting hungrier. It's like, it's not going to get any easier for you, all right? Just fucking get up, go walk to the goddamn kitchen, make yourself something to fucking eat. Doesn't have to be much, right? Just fucking bowl cereal. I don't care. Eat something. I start talking about food and Varasha woke up. Look at what you've done. Like, look at what you've done. This creature is trying to eat her own toes. See, she's trying to eat her own toes. She's so fucking hungry. Those aren't jelly beans. People call them beans, but they're not jelly beans. Rasha's getting big. Rasha is getting big. She's just as smart as when she got here. Oh, you're going to look at me when I say that? Yeah, you know I'm talking about you. What was that? You're still kidding. Yeah, that'll work. Fun. You don't have to make much. Anything. Food. Beanie cut off. Oh yeah, the beanie cut off a bit. It's still a little off. As well, go make food, or else no Satisfactory tomorrow. Good girls are gonna play Satisfactory. slightly brighter. Just on this half. Slightly brighter, I said. Vaughn, are you fucking eating yet? You making food yet? Goddamn better. Alright, now we add that in the rain. Good. That's the thing I was telling you to do. Don't interrupt. Oh, okay, so I just shouldn't be talking? Okay, in case I mess this up again. Huh. You know, I didn't really think about this effect. How it's going to literally drag the color. I'm going to see this through and see how I like it before I say no to it. It's like if I go too lightly, it will drag the color. If I go really heavily, then it'll kind of coat over everything a little bit better. It has an aesthetic to it. I don't know if it's quite what I want, though. Like I said, I'm going to see this through real quick, so I just did a backup of this just so I have the ability to go back easier. Really small. Wrong button. Is there a blue streak on your screen? What? Hi, Lena. Thank you for the lurk. Take care. Looking amazing. A lot of textures going on here. Yeah, and it's all hand painted. I've not used any like effects for any of the textures yet. Yeah, I don't know if I like the raindrops kind of giving this, like, I don't know how I feel on if the raindrops should or shouldn't be dragging the character down. Oh, that. Oh, that. Yeah, no, that's the ruler. I'll be honest, I kind of stopped noticing it. See you, Scrafty. Yeah, no, that is the ruler. Because it forces everything to go in this direction. Yeah, there's time and place for, you know, knowing how to do certain textures and effects and such. But I just wanted a
Stretch your wrist,
stream.
say.
Okay. I just want to
Or
stream.
else.
Okay, fine. I'll fucking stretch my wrist. Goddamn, Quinn. Yeah. I just want to stream where I could chill a bit more. Just tearing something. Yeah, no, that's fair. I just got good at not noticing the fucking rulers almost instantly. Alright, stretching the wrist. Thank you kindly. Alright. Wrist has been stretched. Hope everyone else got up, stretched your back, got a glass of water or something. Alright, so speaking of textures and such, there's actually one that I want to see how it will work here. It's a very minor touch, but I feel like this actually is adding quite a bit. Adding a little bit of texture here and there. Zoom away a little bit of it just for that variable strength. But you know, you'd be amazed how much of digital painting is just doing the most vague shapes possible and just letting people autocorrect what they want to say. That's why those palette knife paintings are so fucking pretty. Because they aren't much of anything. Damn, they're well made. Right. It's like, it adds a lot to have it with, but I feel like we just need like something around the whole frame just to kind of tie this texture in a little bit more. I'm going to be reducing the strength on this. That's a lot down here where the color is kind of just fading away into blue. So it seems to be a little bit lighter even. It's like just a little bit of an effect. All right, now to test if the rain would look better in a slightly different way, where it's done on its own layer. Where you won't like drag color quite as much. And that might help or hinder the effects. Oh my god, Lily, I just realized you're basically doing a like new region challenge. Where it's like you have a new name, new identity, you're going into a totally new region, and you have to start from scratch again. Obviously we're gonna be giving you your Pokemon back, but it's just like it's funny how apt that is. Okay, we do more of the thin. Whoop, hit the wrong button again. Do more of the thin lines in like this far distance, basically. And I actually do have to do some of these at a slightly different angle because not every single raindrop goes the same way. They just largely go the same way. I actually want to bring up tree weight. We just don't see that very much back here. So I'm just noticing that I don't see the splash on this shoulder like at all. We're gonna do this with a different layer. I guess all the spots that are over really dark colors it just disappears on. Alright, so which one do I like more? The one with the where the raindrops aren't streaking it, or what's the frames I have for this? The ones where they do. It's like it's a very distinct aesthetic. Like that just looks more, I guess realistic is a better way of putting it, but that one looks more like aesthetic. You has the food. Hey, Bun. Which style looks better? We're purposely zoomed out. We're purposely not zoomed very far in on this. But this one, where the raindrops are allowing the colors to streak through everything, or this one where the raindrops don't drag the color. They're on top of it, they're doing their own thing. The water's empty as well. Stream's gonna be ending soon, so. I kind of feel like I'm more partial to the one that's dragging more, but I have to put more rain in it. Yeah, it's a really tough call. Like now I can zoom in and kind of show. It's really like the eye getting kind of messed up like this. Yeah, let's have a zoom in here. It can be seen a little bit better. Again, I can add in more rain effect or reduce the rain effect in the other one. I'm just more thinking of the effect. It's like that. So that's 1, that's 2. It's like 2 feels like more realistic, but it's already such an aesthetic piece that I feel like we can get away with it being all draggy. Oh, I really don't know. They both have their merits. You're thinking the second hunter buff? Yeah, the one with colors on top. It's like, God, they're both good. I think I'm leaning towards this one too. Yeah, it does look more like rain. You're right, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. I have to do some little works in this though. Over here, there's not like hardly any of the really small lines. Some non-streaks of the streaky one. It's on its own layer, so I can easily remove this too. Biani is ready. Enjoy yourself. The depth and notes repeat. The subject does more clarity, you can see more of the character. Yeah, I can understand it. The depth of the streaky brain is on food. No, I understand. That'll be me after the stream. It's like, I could go either way. It's like, I feel like there is like there is a correct one. So that's with a bunch of non-streaking raindrops. I think I might just flip a coin, honestly. Wait a second, no, I have the correct one. I'm gonna ask Win. If she doesn't give me an answer, then it's going to be the combination of the two. All right, we're doing a combination of the two then. There you go, the winner. Zeru? What? Oh, okay. Alright, and put that signature in the corner. Mivix, go eat. I'm gonna be ending stream here soon, so not gonna miss so much. Literally, like, I just kind of want to finish a thing just to say I did a thing, and then end the stream. Why is that getting color streaks on it? That's actually really weird. Oh, because I used a partially transparent tool, duh. Relax, streamer, take it easy. I'll do what I do. Which is none of the above. There's actually one slight minor error I have to correct on this. This drop is just kind of like on the surface of the hair, and it really should look like it's kind of coming off of it. It's such a minor thing. It didn't match the angle of shafts. There, it's a lot better. Sitting one of the chairs here in the kitchen. They're like, yeah, time to sit down and feed me. God, I just cannot read this like ever. I don't know why it's so difficult to read this. Maybe it's because I'm writing on like the more difficult areas to even see anything. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, instead of making that more transparent, we're just gonna make it more gray. Not like that. That's a very small signature. I guess it's a very large piece, though. All right, there we go. It's actually just a mimic. Chair is just a mimic. All right, and this is saving. Small. All right, I'll be posting this in the Discord right after stream, but I'm ending off. Where's my? There's the ending button. Boop. Just like, you know, chill stream, just kind of a stream for a stream's sake. Don't think I'm gonna be raiding anybody, honestly. Just kind of chill. Good night, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Satisfactory, because Hentabo actually got food, so that means we're doing the Satisfactory stream. You can blame Hentabo for that. And yeah, that's kind of that. See y'all laters. Bye.